Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. All right, it's Tuesday afternoon, and we're gonna end this afternoon with some Duggar talk because we haven't talked about the Duggars since last week. And I mean, in Duggar world, if you haven't talked about the Duggars at least once a day, you're practically going for life support because you guys love the Duggars, and I'm sure you're dying for some Duggar tea, right? Well, this one is actually kind of funny because we always joke about Shelly, Renegade Shelly, and Cool Cat Jim, about how they are always like obsessively talking about how much they love each other and how much they have the best marriage ever. And you know that when somebody talks about how amazing their marriage is, that means that their marriage is actually really crappy, or else they're like totally lame and boring. And if they have to remind you how cool it is and how amazing they are and how much they love each other, it's probably a lie. Okay, so that was my thing. This is my thing about them. Like, I totally don't believe that they're as happy as they say they are. But it doesn't stop them from like fawning all over each other and reminding everyone about how amazing they are and how they have this amazing relationship and how they're the best people ever and everyone should love them and everyone should be like them because God loves them more than they love you. Well, that's pretty much what she just said. So this is the deal. She spoke to Us Weekly, and Shelly did, and she was talking about her marriage to Jim Bob because they literally just celebrated their 36th wedding anniversary, which, like, great, congratulations. But she talked about, like, how quarantine has brought her closer to Jim, as though, like, there could be any way to be closer, because that's, like, all they do is closeness, because she's always joyfully available. So this is what she told Us Weekly. I really know that our relationship with God and our close walk with Christ is what holds our marriage together. That's the glue that started our relationship years ago. Actually, I should do this in her voice. I really know that our relationship with God and our close walk with Christ is what holds our marriage together. And that the glue that started our relationship years ago, and I know because of our faith, that is solid foundation that we have. And I am more in love with him than I've ever been. He is the man that stands strong and is solid, and then he's steady. And I'm so grateful that God brought us together 36 years ago, and he's given us these precious children that we love every one of them. Okay, so she literally just said that she is so in love with him, like, and he's the glue and God is the glue. But it was this part that really, really, really gets to me. And she pretty much says that God likes her and Jim more than you. She says, I feel like we are more blessed than any couple. What? I just thank God for his mercy, his kindness, and what a joy his journey has been. I know the challenges, but I also know that the great joy that comes walking together in this journey called life. What? Did you just tell people that God blessed you more than anyone else on earth because he gave your uterus 19 children? And so because of her very active uterus and because Jim Bob wouldn't let her use anything to stop pregnancy because, after she used it after Josh, it made her probably kooky, and then he probably decided, hey, now I didn't like that, Shelly, so we're just gonna like not do this and we're not gonna do pull out anymore. We're just gonna like make the babies, because I don't even think they do the pull out method, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, because her uterus granted her 19 kids, and they're literally famous for having 19 kids, her marriage is better than your marriage. God likes her more than you, and she's more blessed. Okay, for a couple that is all about humility and being humble and being all about service to one another, isn't that the most arrogant thing you can say, is that we are more blessed than any other couple? Seriously. Isn't the like godly thing to do to be humble and be like, I'm so grateful that I have a husband that's amazing, but not say like I'm more blessed than you. I mean, imagine that. That's like walking around and like going up to people and being like, I'm more rich than you are, just so you know. So because I'm more rich, God blessed me more than you because you're poor. And listen, Sandra, so Jimmy over here, he got me knocked up 19 times. And I just wanted to tell you something, that I'm more blessed than you are because my husband's Peter works better than yours. And so therefore I'm more blessed. Seriously, that's probably what she should have said. Like, Shelly, do you even get how arrogant you are? Do you even get how cocky that sounds? Really, seriously. It's so rude. And like, I don't think she even understands how ridiculous it sounds to say that, like, at all. Imagine just walking up to Shelly and her telling you that her life is better than yours. That's not humble at all. See, this is why I think this family is frauds, 100%. Because no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they can always show who they really are. Jim Bob is greedy, that just wants, has made his kids his meal ticket, has forced them to be on TV. Then he doesn't pay them for working, because why would you pay your kids to work when it's your show, right? And then you do it under the guise of we're doing this for our ministry, which is really just recruiting people into our creepy cult. And then you get famous because you have like super sperm and you can get your wife super pregnant constantly. And then your wife has the ability to carry a zillion pregnancies, which is amazing, to be honest, that her body is still like together in one piece, considering how much she went through for all of those years. I mean, imagine how many years she was actually pregnant and the massive like strain that puts on not only your body, but your back, but your every bit of your body. Trust me. So she's basically applauded because she is a baby factory, and he's applauded because his little boys can swim super fast. And then because of that, they are much better off than you are. Not to mention they had no souls, and they were, totally fine with selling their kids for money so that they could have the blessed life that they want, which is so humble, right? It's so humble to have, an 8,000 square foot home. It's so humble to be like, we're better than you. Our marriage is better than you. Our lives are better than you. That's so it's a humble, would Jesus have done that? What would Jesus do? Do you think Jesus would have been like, yo, my life is better than your life? And because I'm so humble, I'm just going to remind you that because God up there is my dad, I am better than you. Do you think God really works that way? Listen, I don't think so. Even when I didn't believe that that's how it worked. And I don't believe that this is how it works either, Shelly. And I think this statement is not only really rude, but it's actually like a true inside look into your mind, that you really aren't this like pious little woman that like loves everyone. I think you love yourself and you love your husband, and you guys together are egotistical, and your fame has made you so out of touch that you would literally say, we are more blessed than you. Am I wrong here? Am I the only one that's thinking this? I would love to know what your thoughts are. Is Shelly out of line here? I think she is. But what about you? Do you think she's out of line for saying that? Do you think this is exactly the opposite of what Jesus would say? This is what we say, what would Jesus do? WWJD. Not this, Shelly. Not this. All right, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.